Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Black's Tropical Homestead, and it's probably overdue that I'm featuring this channel. They have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Superchat family for a very long time. I actually still have yet to watch some of their most popular videos, but my full-time gig allows me a lot of time to be on the computer, and usually what I do when I feature a channel is go through 4 or 5 of their videos within the days before featuring their channel, just to pick up on any details I might have missed over, the many months knowing a lot of creators and their content. But Black's Tropical Homestead, I was able to sit there and actually just run like a ton of stuff today while working, and I am really taken aback by the variety that they've got on their homestead. They will insist on making everything that they can literally for their homestead, and that means growing a lot of different vegetation. They raise a small amount of livestock, including chickens, of course, and they'll show us how we can do a lot of the homesteading activities that are going to bring us both natural, healthy diets for ourselves. It's always a big plus when it comes to the idea of a lot of homesteading activities, but not to mention saving money and things like that. So they grow a lot of things. They've got bees, and when asked, where did you purchase the boxes that the bees live in, he said, no, I made those and learned from YouTube University. And that's wonderful. And you'll find a lot of that. They got their own banana tree, and they show us how to look at that in the Georgia area. So it's interesting because while they do have a warmer climate than somebody like me in Canada, it still has almost 4 seasons there, so they'll show us how to deal with that as well. You can literally watch puppies being born on this channel, if you're somebody who's going to be able to watch that. But it's something else, and I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot more from these creators. One of the things I think I enjoy the most is the family togetherness of this couple. They spell it out right on their About page, the idea of the love between these two creators. They are wholeheartedly helping each other along in their homesteading journey and sharing that with us. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the different content that you find on this channel. There is a ton of different stuff here, as you can see, with 975 videos. So therefore it's no surprise that they have got well over 7,000 subscribers and now actually halfway on the road to 8,000. In a roundabout sort of way. She Stole My Thunder. Thank you for that. Yes, and thank you. 11 months of membership. Thank you for that. She Stole My Thunder is a fellow Canadian, but has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter since long before that. And thank you, everybody. We had a very overwhelming beginning to today's stream. The generosity is really overwhelming. Thank you for that. Coffee and Ice Storms. Is that what you meant to say? Coffee and Ice Storms? I hope not. She Stole My Thunder, but I think we know what she probably means. She usually wants to motivate people to live a little bit healthier. So it would probably be coffee, and I don't want to say ice cream, so I won't. But thank you for that. And we'll look at She Stole My Thunder shortly. After a couple of more channels, we also saw super chats come in from Anne-Marie Love XX before we started, along with Lark's Homesteadish, who's streaming almost 24 hours, Baron, who's a longtime friend who posts every single day, and the Stock Explorer, who's here as a member and a moderator. I've also got a few more names on the wheel, and we'll fill it up as we need to, but Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator. Michael's Adventure sends his regards. I try to remember every day. I think I forgot on Tuesday, but I try to remember every day. He always makes sure that I remember to let everybody know that he's thinking about us when he can't be here, but he's here for every stream that he can be, and he's been a beloved and dedicated moderator and a dear friend to a lot of us for well over 2.5 years now. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch and I Am Betty J Gathers are on the wheel with Yellow Shirt Dad, Little Ridge Farm, and the Bud Files. I also saw Embarkation Nation come in. There's Have Cheetah Will View in the chat too. He's a longtime friend, Patrick. I've actually joined him 3 times on his channel. Eddie Gannon, good to see you in the house. GJ Journeys is here with us. Keisha H, always good to have you in the house. Mr. Timmy Ray the King is with us frequently. Sister Yoshi's in the house with Sparkle's Hope Chest and Story Time with Uncle Bill. And the Adventures of Kenny and Debbie are making frequent appearances lately as well. And What the Flock is with us almost every day. So thank you all for being here. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And we're going to be here for at least 2.5 hours. We're not in a rush today, so lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. You might notice that I look like a professional athlete today, and that athleticism comes courtesy of our dear friend Mark the Shark, who for the 2nd time now has sent me a beautiful baseball cap. Look at this thing. Much love and aloha is something he might say frequently. He actually, I think, even changed his name to that for a moment on his YouTube channel. That's the 2nd time he sent over a gift like that. So overwhelming generosity from our dear friend Mark the Shark. He's been with us a long, long time and actually happens to be a moderator on our music channel as well. For those of you who haven't seen it already, all the same music you hear in the background of Tuberchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams as well. And you can find that channel on our front page here on Tuberchat. Mark the Shark, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So hopefully we'll see him at some point again. Dutchfly61, good to see you in the house. Andy's Journeys, good to see you here. Sister Winnie, it's always good to see you. She always wants to inspire in a spiritual way. And hopefully, again, I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Black's Tropical Homestead goes a little bit farther with generosity. I caught them the other day in a live chat, just somebody's random live stream. And, you know, I know that these are creators who want to help promote others and definitely in a positive way want to help others grow their YouTube channels. So I just wanted to feature this channel, and like I said, it's probably overdue because they've been friends here in Tuberchat for a long, long time, and I see them out supporting others all the time as well. Canadian Family Life is in the house. I see Scrow's Nest is here, and then Makeup Mom and Son is here as a member and a moderator. We will see her channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and her link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Smallholder Homestead is in the house as well. And thank you for coming in. I do appreciate every moment everybody can be here, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello or drop a thumbs up, or if you're running the stream in the background, because I know we've got some friends that do that as well. April Showers is in the house. Thank you for being here. And John H. Shelton, our dear friend from the UK, is here as well. So let's get to our first channel for today. Now, for anybody that's new to Tuberchat, whether you've been here only a couple of times or if today's your first day, the wheel and the screen are open to everyone. You do not have to Super Chat. You do not have to be a member. But we do put Super Chatters on the screen right away in order. We put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a long period of time, usually an hour and a half to 2 hours, I will start adding some names to our wheel from our chat list. And that is based on who's been most actively engaged in true conversation. So we'll see that in a while. Mr. Timmy Ray the King's just asking a quick question here. To have Tuberchat painted on a race car, that would be something else. So I would never want to put anybody to any trouble for something they were going to do, but I can tell you that would be a cool thing to see. So thank you for the idea, and then let me know if you do anything like that. You know, it's one of the things I've not done yet, still in almost 3 years, is had stickers printed. I'm going to do that ASAP, way behind. There are a lot of channels that will swap stickers with each other. And the purpose is a lot of creators will have like a display, either a board or a wall behind them, or different things that they might put these stickers on together as a collection of different channels that they've swapped with. A lot of creators specifically get things like mailboxes so that they can either get sponsored things sent to them, or either gifts, or do sticker swaps and other kinds of swapping of merchandise. And seed swaps are a big thing in the homesteading community and things like that. But at some point, I intend on getting those done and then starting to get involved in a lot of sticker swaps and things like that. But that is something that comes to mind when Timmy Ray the King is talking about something like that. Full Blown Country, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. YouTube finally seems to have gotten to the point now. Pardon me, Anne-Marie Love XX, we're going to come back to your channel in a second. But you see how like everybody's got a different color of their channel name in the chat? That's been an on and off thing for a while. And what I have found most often is that while hosting a live stream, the names seem to always come up in gray. But when they are going to have their different colors, it happens in different live chats, if that makes any sense at all. But today, they've done... it seems they've updated this, so I think this is the first time I'm looking at the chat with different colored names. So pardon me if I miss anybody in the chat. I'm going to try not to. Travel Walks TV, good to see you here, by the way. And I see we've got some more activity in the chat. And then, yeah, Keisha H has a lot of stickers, apparently, from different creators. It's something I should have done a long time ago. Look at it, Mark the Shark. It finally happened. So thank you, my dear friend. I will put his package into a Happy Mail video on my personal channel at some point in the, I'd like to say near future, but it's actually going to be at least a month from now because I'm running an experiment over there. But Mark the Shark's probably been waiting for me to open that package since almost Christmas, so what's another month between friends, right? And that's Mark the Shark, who sent over this beautiful hat that says, "Much love and aloha," which is a greeting you'll hear from him a lot of the time when he's on your channel. And I think, like I said, he even might have named his channel after that for a moment. Andy's Journeys, thank you so much for the sticker fund. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much for that generous super chat. They did that. They've done that many times already, but thank you again. And what we'll do is we'll put up Andy's Journeys right after She Stole My Thunder in another few minutes here. I'm going to start trying to move through channels now. Araya's World, good to see you here. And if anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see that I missed in the chat, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll keep my eyes open, hopefully catch it the next time around. Another side note, though, actually, Destination Fun. I'm not sure if I said hello, but I saw you there. I'm not sure if I actually... if this was intentional, but Mark the Shark sent over another hat. Some of you saw me wear it, but I'll wear it occasionally. We went through a period here in Canada where it was like almost illegal to even get a haircut, actually. And he sent over another hat that's actually the opposite colors. So this one, how well you can see it through the green screen and everything else I got going on, I'm not sure. But it's a beautiful bright white with vibrant, almost like a royal blue, or maybe it's purple actually. I think it's purple lettering, but it's an almost exact opposite of the other hat that says Mark the Shark, which is a sharp black with orange writing. So interesting, and I should be set to add this to just about any outfit in my extravagant wardrobe. But thank you again, Mark the Shark. You didn't hear my yellow shirt dad will appreciate it. My very lame dad joke at the beginning of the stream when I said I look very athletic today, thanks to our dear friend Mark the Shark. So forgive me, Anne-Marie Love XX dropped a super chat before we even started today. This is a creator I've been very lucky to catch many times for live streams, actually, and she's usually in the kitchen cooking and cleaning. Obviously taking us out as well. I missed this one. She's live right now, actually, which is interesting. But a lot of delicious looking content on this channel, and it looks like she's is doing a little bit of help with things like community service and charities and things like that. You'll find that throughout her videos. I'm just going to take, pardon me, the latest video and put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with her. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Danny Station, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. See, Yellow Shirt Dad brings us a dad joke, or brings us a joke of the day every single day, and is far more comedically inclined than somebody like myself. So I have to struggle with it, but I thought Mark the Shark might enjoy that. Lark's Homesteadish is coming up next. Thank you one more time, Anne-Marie Love XX, for the super chat. She's done that countless times, actually. And like I said with Lark's Homesteadish, they're actually streaming pretty much 24 hours a day. What they're doing that's really interesting, and this is something that we know from the music channel as well. If you look at the timestamps on most of their live streams, you'll see that they're cutting these before the 12-hour mark always. So even though some of the streams might be 2 hours, 7 hours, 4 hours, 5, or anywhere in between, less than 12 hours is the maximum. The reason why you would want to do that is because while you're gaining watch hours towards monetization, if you have a live stream that's less than 12 hours long, you retain all of the watch hours. But if the live stream extends beyond 12 hours, you will not get watch hours for anything over that 12, and we can't even be sure that the first 12 will count. So it's something to think about, but Lark's Homesteadish obviously knew what they were doing before they started. They're live right now. They've got a live cam on the baby chicks there, and we can enjoy that almost 24 hours a day. They seem to be on almost always. 261 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, and then they're going to bring us homesteading activities as well. I'm just going to take their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It's nice to see these raised garden beds. That's an interesting way of doing it. I don't know if I've seen them done like this before. I almost always, when I think about raised beds for gardening, I think about the wooden ones that everybody seems to make in their backyards, but that's really cool the way that that's done, and obviously should be sturdy and long lasting. So I'll be interested to see more of that. I'm going to get to Baron's channel, and thank you, Lark's Homesteadish, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Like I said, they've done that before as well. I'm just going to copy Baron's handle into the chat because Baron can be a tough channel to find. When we see channels with really popular short names like this, they need our help the most when it comes to searching, finding, and clicking on each other. Now, we all can use the help, especially while we're growing, but Baron's a perfect example of a channel that might take a little while to find. So I always grab them by their handle. Once you've got that in a browser, if you happen to be using a computer, it should come up easily in your history. You just want to match that avatar as well. A couple more creators have come in. Eddie Lugo Studios is here, along with Philip Lemon. Now, they both happen to be members, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mona Did What is in the house as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Connection of Lives and Interest is going to be featured soon. Kevin Fishes, good to see you in the house. And Sleepy Time Productions is here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And by the way, Mark the Shark, good job on guessing the head size too, because that's a fitted cap. And I got a really enormous melon over here. Lots of brains in here, so it takes quite a large cap to contain all that. Travel Walks TV is just asking if I'll have time to get to their channel. I can never promise. Now, we're going to be here for 2.5 or 3 hours. We haven't even been on half an hour yet, so we got a long time to go. But for the longest time lately, it's taken at least 2 hours for me to get names onto the wheel from our chat list. So the fairest way I can do it is by who's been most supportive to others in the chat. I have a robot in the background that keeps track of that, but when the time comes, either an hour and a half or 2 hours from now, I will start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active. True conversation is the hint and the key there, but I will get to as many channels as I can today, as we always do. I know it's been a while since we've had Travel Walks TV up on the screen. So Baron posts every day. Lots of shorts here, but lots of videos as well. It's almost impossible to keep up. So what I'm going to do is just take one of the latest videos. I'll put that in my catch-up list. But this, that's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Lots of videos here that are tributes to public figures and celebrities, world news, birthdays, and things like that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Baron and seeing the variety in content. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Baron's done that countless times. As well, if anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Woman Outdoors, did I get you on the wheel? And Canadian Family Life, I did not, but I just put you on there now. Woman Outdoors, I actually caught her for a live stream this morning. I've got her on the wheel now. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Hugo Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And the Stock Explorer's up right now. Nora is the creator behind this channel. And what they seek to do more than anything else is help us understand the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They do that through everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics, and they bring us everything from shorts, videos, to live streams. I have seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and unbox it on a live stream on their channel. Now, sometimes they have charts and graphs for us to see, and most often it's friendly conversation. They often have StreamYard panelists come up with them. They join other people on their channels generously as well. And I've even joined them on their channel once a couple of months ago for about 2 hours. We talked about YouTube and more of the YouTube journey and the inner workings and things like that. So you can find that on their channel if you'd like to. The Stock Explorer is fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Tropical Buzz is another channel that they've got, and this is where they seek to educate us about plant life. They've got a little bit of shorts videos here, but the bulk of what they're doing here is either showing us a lot of plant life that's out there, explaining some of the different aspects, and then as well they expect to be growing a lot of their own stuff as well. Being in Florida, they should be at that within the next month or two as the weather is starting to really warm up. And thank you one more time, Nora, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that countless times, but like I said, they're also here as a member and a moderator. There's Wolf Spirit Productions. She's been a dear friend and an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. And Wolf Spirit Productions, I'm just putting you on the wheel right now. They do ride-along live streams almost every single day, driving a big rig. Jose Fantasticville, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And She Stole My Thunder is up right now. This is a fellow Canadian. She also dropped another super chat wishing coffee and ice storms for everybody. I think I have to just assume that she meant ice cream, and maybe that's a text-to-speech. But yeah, ice storms, I think everybody I would get a little bit upset about that. Although, if anybody knows about ice storms, it's gotta be She Stole My Thunder, being in the Montreal area of Canada. And I've only been that far away from the Toronto or Niagara Falls area a couple of times in my life, but I hope to get out there sometime soon. You might call it a staycation if you're not traveling too far, but She Stole My Thunder is probably 6 to 8 hours away from where we are, so maybe at some point this summer. I think she talked about the idea of possibly visiting Toronto, but I love the idea of meetups. We've actually got a couple of creators that might be around sometime in the near future. Pedrosa Travel, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And She Stole My Thunder talks to us on their channel about, I'm laughing at Scratch and PPA. She Stole My Thunder talks about reviewing books, art, and movies. I do that every day now. I trip over that. Books, art, and movies. But they actually do a lot more on their channel. Now, they will take us into a museum or an art gallery. They happen to be a photographer as well, and they'll talk to us about the aspects of trying to get that done in places like this. But they really get into the history of a lot of the things, the stories that we might find behind a lot of the artifacts and different things that are involved in either the art galleries or the museums and things like that. You can see some shout out videos here from this creator and some helpful videos. I've got a notification on for the latest premiere. I'm going to put their latest video in my catch-up playlist so I can get caught up with them. They've got some shorts videos. Hopefully these continue. And then live streams. I just want to show you one because about a month ago they did this one here where they're showing us how to make a thumbnail with Canva. And they've done other helpful videos on their channel as well, but that's just an example. Canva is a free program and app for iPhone and Android that a lot of people use. And I have used that as well. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch just dropped a super chat as well, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. She Stole My Thunder has done that countless times and happens to be a member, so thank you for that. An extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and another Canadian friend. So thank you again for that. Andy's Journeys is coming up. They dropped a super chat specifically for the sticker fund today, and I really do appreciate that. That's actually going to help with a good chunk of that because stickers here in Canada, I think it's close to 100 Canadian dollars, which would work out to just over 70 US for the basic packages from Sticker Mule or Sticker U or whatever these other companies are called. I haven't ordered any yet, so I still have yet to learn, but that'll just take 2 seconds when I get that done. But I do appreciate that. Absolutely. Andy's Journeys has done that very generously many times already now. So thank you again for this. We're going to look at their channel in a second. The Gaming Ham's just slipping a super chat in there as well. And thank you everybody for this overwhelming beginning to our live stream. Freckled and Frugal, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Mama 4 Boys, forgive me, I might not have welcomed you, but I know you've been here for a while. I did see you come in. I'm always talking, so I don't mean to miss anybody, but I know I do occasionally. And luckily we're all friends here. Oh, keychains. Yeah, keychains are an idea. I'd like to see if there's a way to get some functional ones done. My sister's starting to make some merchandise. She doesn't do YouTube yet, but I might get her to do that. But we've got a few creators that do things like that as well. Corinne's Life does things like that all the time. And then PvP San, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Oh, I see. You get the sheets from Amazon and print the labels at home. I understand. Yeah. Yeah, hats cost a few dollars. Mark the Shark, this is the second hat that Mark the Shark has sent over. Trying to get hats done for your channel will likely cost quite a few dollars. There are services out there that do this, like print on demand, right? Like Spreadshop and Printful and these other things that are now plugging into YouTube if you're monetized. You can use them even if you're not monetized, but YouTube just makes it a little bit easier when you are. Kali King 916, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in from Sacramento. Pardon me, Connection of Lives and Interest 2020 is dropping a super chat as well. So we'll look at that channel after the Gaming Ham. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster, so we'll start getting into spinning the wheel and getting some more channels on the screen, but thank you for that. And then, yeah, the Gaming Ham does a lot of 3D printing content. 3D printing can be help when it comes to the idea of merchandise. A lot of channels need to get links set up properly, like Andy's Journeys has up here in the top right. They've got, what's the third one here? What's the last one? Teespring, yes, of course, which is just another one like Spreadshop and Printful. They've got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and these are all from the About page. So when you put the links on the About page, they automatically show up here so people can click on them, but they also show up in the top right. And I think you can put 5 up there. One comes up with a big name like this. You could choose which one, and then the others come up as little icons like that. TNT's Adventures to Sea. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support with that super chat. We're going to put your channel up right after Connection of Lives and Interest 2020 for that reason. The Bud Files is still in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And thank you, Wayne's World Unlimited. And especially for coming in with the second channel for that second thumbs up as well. Andy's Journeys is expecting to explore different places and bring us that travel type content. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get to the channel. I've seen the last couple of videos. Hopefully they'll have another one soon. But I'm just going to take another one here and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. And that is just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. If I've missed anything in the chat, by the way, that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat, Connect, and Grow, and that should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then thank you, Canadian Family Life. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just running the stream in the background or even if you're just coming by to say hello quickly. How can you make your channel private? So the Gaming Ham, thank you for that. Let me just talk about these shorts for a second. So Andy's Journeys has some shorts that are starting to get well over 2,000 views, which is great. So hopefully that continues as well. And then that's a great question from the Gaming Ham. There is a way to make your channel what they call hidden. You can make your entire channel private. Now, one of the things to consider though is that I don't yet know the repercussions or impact when it comes to being a monetized channel. So if you are, you have your super chats available, memberships and things like that, and then you hide your channel, I don't know what happens to the members. I don't know whether that can continue or if YouTube automatically cancels or pauses all of the memberships. So that's something to really consider, and we're going to have to look into before thinking about a better answer. Imelda Salo Show, I've got you on the wheel. Thank you for coming in. But I just wanted to mention that because it's something I thought of as well. I thought about hiding my channel as an April Fool's joke, but to cut off all the members would not be very fun as a joke at all. So it's something to think about. But there is the possibility of doing that, but I don't want to recommend it to anybody. And then the other thing too is when we're talking about the idea of making your content private without hiding the channel, you can always take all your videos and make them unlisted. I never want to recommend this stuff for anybody. When you take a public video and you make it unlisted or private, there's a possibility of losing all of the watch hours. It's almost guaranteed that they disappear right away. What we can't bet on is that they'll come back if you make them public again. So a lot of considerations before we're going to do anything like those things. And there you go. Yes, absolutely. No, Philip Lemon, that's a welcome addition. So thank you for mentioning that. There are lots of ways to monetize your channel or business behind it without super chats, memberships, and things like that, right? In most cases, they are appropriate for almost every YouTube channel, but you can also get into affiliate programs like Amazon and other popular ones. You can, if you're somebody who makes and sells things, YouTube can be a great platform to introduce people to that. You can do sponsored videos either for charge or for free products, which you can then possibly box up and sell on eBay or other places as well. There's lots of different ideas, right? But that's a great addition, so thank you for that. And Cruising Scene, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. A lot of views on Rumble. I haven't yet, Mom of Four Boys, but in fairness, I have to put a lot of content on there. I haven't yet. On my personal channel, I chased some content from the Freedom Convoy, which was a very politically charged news story last year, getting on well over a year ago now. That saw a humongous jump in subscriber numbers on my personal channel, but it also resulted in my first ever guideline strike, and that was for medical information, what I'm assuming came from a speech from one of the participants. So I pulled all of the convoy content, both from last year and this year, off of my YouTube channel. I intend on putting it all up on Rumble, but for the tiny amount of content that I've put on there, either for myself or for somebody else, we haven't got a lot of activity yet. The problem with the content I'm going to put on there now is it's all aged. So it's not a fair shake, really, right? I'm putting up content that's going to be a year old. I'm just going to put it up in case anybody wants to see it. But I'm not expecting huge numbers over there. Cocoa Butter Barbie says that they've got a couple of videos on private. They still have the views, but my guess is the watch hours do not count anymore. Variety Munch, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Thank you, Mr. Timmy Ray the King. They are always working hard. And then on Rumble, yes, multiple channels under one account is interesting, and they can all be monetized, which I still have a little bit to learn, or much to learn, I should say, about Rumble, because I really haven't done much there. But I do understand the idea of having different channels under one account. However, just as a thought, even when we're on YouTube, you can have multiple channels under one account, right? Like a brand account, things like this. However, one of the things you have to consider is if anything in the world was ever to go wrong, we've seen a couple people lose their channels for different reasons. We've heard stories about people losing their channel for no reason at all. But what if all of your channels went down at the same time? I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So in my own case, when I start channels, whether they're for myself or for anybody else, they are always started on a separate account. Some of them may share an AdSense account, but every single YouTube channel gets its own email that is separate, its own password, and its own full account. So I'll show you an example. When I click on the right side here and go to switch account, you'll see that I've got a couple different things here. So one of them has like Superchat and the music channel together because Superchat is a manager of the Thrive Together channel, but they are separate accounts. I have a personal account and many other channels that were started as ideas. I may or may not do anything with them, but each one is separate, and then you can make a manager out of one of the accounts, if that makes any sense, one account to manage the others if you want, just so you can switch between them fast. It literally saves you 1 second, right? But it can be helpful. Jamaican Overseas TV, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Baked with Miss Red, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That is one of our brand newest members, so thank you for being here. I think we're going to look at that channel for the first time today. I just put you on the Wheel of Doom. Members always get added as soon as we see them in the chat. And Ali's Crafts Pursuits, good to see you here. It's D is also a member. I've put them on the wheel. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I see Native VR Designs is here. They are a longtime friend. And, again, pardon me if I've missed anything in the chat. I try to watch as much as I can while I'm talking about channels and things like that. If I miss anything, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is up right now. This is Susan. She is an incredibly supportive creator. She will inspire you in a spiritual way while you're there, either in live streams, which I've caught her frequently for, or in shorts videos now. Let me have a look at these again. Yeah, these are starting to move. We got to get this one off of that number there. And then in videos, she's got a brand new video. I either shared this out already or it's scheduled to be shared. I do my community posts in advance and schedule them out 2 hours apart. Try to share 8 to 10 times a day. And then the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is somebody who's going to bring us an 1.5 acres on of a homesteading channel, basically, in Western Tennessee. They bring us gardening, canning, arts and crafts, devotionals, thrifty fun, small channel shoutouts, and much more in their videos. So, you know, I find a lot of the creators behind homesteading channels, even like Black's Tropical Homestead that we featured today, that these creators seem to have a common sense of generosity in them, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and others. That's certainly the case on the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, and she's an advocate for helping others grow their channels as well, so you'll meet more friends and family members when you're over there. The Gaming Ham is up right now. Thank you again to our Super Chatters. Thank you, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch and the Gaming Ham. Thank you, Andy's Journeys. Again, I really do appreciate all this overwhelming generosity to get our stream started today. And we've already been on for 45 minutes. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And you're right, Wayne's World Unlimited. Thank you. Little Ridge Farm is having laptop wars over there with Kira. Thank you, Mark. And then we're looking at the Gaming Ham right now. Now, this is an interesting name for a channel because this creator is an advocate for the ham radio community, but brings us a lot of video gameplay on their channel, usually in the live streams. I see they've actually been doing a few more live streams here as well. They've got some shorts videos, and this is where they started to bring us some 3D printing content, which actually prompted them to start a second channel. So I'm going to show that to you right now. Exploring with Eric, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, Hugo Homestead has been a friend for what I believe is at least 2 years now. It feels that way. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but Hugo Homestead's been incredibly supportive, not just here in Tuber Chat, but I see them out supporting other creators all the time. The 3D Printing Wolf 1 is the name of the second channel. I'm just going to copy and paste that into the chat for everybody. Because it could be tough to find if we don't spell it perfectly, right? It's all one word, the 3D Printing Wolf 1. And this is where the same creator from the Gaming Ham is going to bring us more 3D printing content. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when we get there. 18 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the, 20 that they're thinking of today. and a little bit farther on their road to the first 100. Connection of Lives and Interests 2020 is going to be up next. So thank you again, the Gaming Ham and Connection of Lives and Interests 2020 for your super chats. I really do appreciate those. Eddie Lugo Studios still in the house. I'm trying to figure out if he's streaming every day. Eddie Lugo Studios is on, it seems to me, every morning. I don't know if it's every single day. Yes, Connection of Lives and Interest 2020 is a bit of a long name. I've found in the last 3 years or so that the longer names are the easiest ones for me to remember. Z's Gaming Channel, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I think we know that creator already from another channel, but it's great to have you here. And forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Connection of Lives and Interest 2020 is somebody I'm actually connected to on Facebook as well. Anybody can reach out anytime. I love connecting with creators on the other social networks, whether it is Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I am not on Twitter as much as you might think, but Facebook and Instagram basically all the time. Aaron P is being added to the wheel. Thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that. They must have slipped by me there. Aaron P, I've got you on the wheel, so thank you for being here. And then, Connection of Lives and Interest is somebody who shares for others tremendously. I see constant posts from them, particularly on Facebook, sharing for other creators. So that speaks to their generosity, of course. When we get into their shorts videos, I just want to see how these are performing. Yeah, they're getting into the thousands of views, which is cool. You know, I walk by the grocery store that I go to most often where I work, or like close to where I work, and I walk by the Tang all the time, and there's this like sense of craving because I haven't had Tang in like years. I feel like I want to have it just because of that. I'm going to take your latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And I saw this thumbnail today, and it flew by me, actually. YouTube recommended that. So I'll look forward to seeing that. Connection of Lives and Interests now has over 1,000 subscribers. We're actually going to feature that channel in a stream coming up. Today's featured channel is Black's Tropical Homestead, and we feature a different channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community. We do that so that you literally have the opportunity to meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. And TNT's Adventures to Sea is up right now as well. Thank you for coming in and just entering with generosity right away in that super chat. Thank you again, Connection of Lives and Interest 2020, and to all of our super chatters. That is a record beginning to the stream, I think, and I really do appreciate that extra generosity. Ali's Crafts Pursuits is going to have brand new content coming up. It'll be ready after Tuber Chat today. They're doing a premiere shortly. We're expecting to still be on for a couple more hours. And then TNT's Adventures to Sea is brand new to Tuber Chat. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos here, and I think I'm going to take this 12-minute one. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What I will be able to do with that is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. But we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. But that's quite a group you got on your banner there. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you're doing on your channel. So I just spun the wheel, and look at that, Aaron P. The odds are ever in your favor today because I missed putting you on the wheel. Scratch and PPA caught it, and then the wheel chose you first today. Home Bartending with John is also in the house. They happen to be a member, and we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. or when I miss them and Scratch and PPA sees them in the chat. Over the Horizon, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They actually just became a member today, so thank you for that. A few hours before we started streaming, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So this hat that I'm wearing today, Wayne's World Unlimited, was a gift for the second time actually from Mark the Shark, who might still be in the chat with us, and it says much love and aloha, which he often uses as a greeting, but I think he even named his channel after that for a brief moment. But Mark the Shark has been a dear friend of Superchat for a long time, so much so he's actually a moderator on our music channel as well. Aaron P is up right now, and this is a creator who's going to bring us more video gameplay. I'm just going to grab the latest video because they're posting multiple times a day right now, and put that in my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, different creators. Cruz and Koozies, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Aaron P will also bring us live streams. That might be something that they pick up again in the future. They were doing that a few months ago. And then a lot of shorts videos from this creator also. And these have started to crack over 1,000 views, which is great. Hopefully that continues. They got 233 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. But Aaron P has actually been a dear friend of Tuberchat for a long, long time. So hopefully everybody will connect with them and get some of that support coming back for yourself as well. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And that's why we all give each other so many friendly reminders, because it's easy to get captivated by the conversation or content when you get into a premiere or a live stream. And sometimes we forget to give that thumbs up. We're already over 70 for today, so thank you, everybody. And then Over the Horizon, yeah, is there a trick we can use to find your channel right away? I'm sure I'll get it when it comes up, but just in case somebody's asking. What I often mention for channels that are either new or have popular names where people are having trouble finding them is to grab some kind of a keyword from whatever might be one of your most popular videos. And then, like, for instance, Wolf Spirit Productions here. Now, you're likely not going to have trouble finding this channel, but Jester is our furry friend up here that's usually on camera and literally has series of videos just about him on the channel. If you were to search Wolf Spirit Productions Jester, it would come up immediately, I'm sure. But that's just a easy trick if you need to. If somebody ever reaches out to you, this goes for everybody in the chat, and says like, hey, I'm having trouble finding your channel, you'll be able to give them a bit of a keyword to search for with your channel name. Thank you, Canadian Family Life. Wolf Spirit Productions happens to be a truck driver and is out giving us ride-along live streams, actually even right now. And they have a multi-cam system, so there's the Jester cam right there, and that's what we see most often lately. But they actually have a few different cameras where we might get a look out the window, or a couple of different windows, and then sometimes they even bring StreamYard panelists on. But there's a lot more to this channel. So for instance, they'll do Lego builds, they'll do diamond painting, dumpster diving, taste test challenges, product reviews of all kinds, and they post frequently. So as you can see, 620 videos already in just a couple of years, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got 1,540 or so subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 600 that they're thinking about. They also happen to be a gold member, so we see their channel here every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Just Jason Keto's in the house. Thank you for coming in. I've got you on the wheel. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network. I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead, as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Embarkation Nation is coming up in 3 minutes. All right, we're back, and we're looking at Embarkation Nation. This is another channel that happened to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So Embarkation Nation does something. I always smile when I see this, if not like chuckle for a second. But look what they say on their banner: live each day like it's Embarkation Day. For anybody that's not yet been on a cruise, I was lucky only to have ever been on one because I was actually working on a ship once, many eons ago. But embarking is to get onto the ship and begin the journey. And live each day like it's Embarkation Day, I think, is a wonderful introduction to a channel because it speaks of positivity right away, and a wonderful feeling. I think everybody's always happy when no matter what type of vacation we're taking or kind of an outing and things like that, I think we get that feeling, right? Embarkation Nation is going to bring us cruising content more than anything else, along with some more travel. I'm just going to hit their about page for a quick second. Their channel started so that family members could follow along on their journeys and adventures, and then it turned into a way for them to store more memories, which is really, really cool. So I'm just going to grab their latest video in Belize on the Carnival Vista. We've seen quite a few videos from creators on that particular ship, but Carnival, I don't know how things are today compared to the way that they were way back when I had ever been on a celebrity cruise ship. But Carnival apparently is where the party's at. So if I was to go on another cruise anytime soon, I'd be aiming for Carnival. And I often recommend to almost everybody that Carnival is a good line to go on for a first cruise, just because it seems to be a lot of fun. So Embarkation Nation is going to show us an example of what on earth I'm rambling about, and 321 subscribers right now, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 400 that they're thinking about. So I'm going to spin the wheel, and now that we're into the second hour of the stream, we've still got a long way to go. We can stay up to another 2 hours if everybody would like, but I'll try to move a little bit faster through channels now so that we can get on as many as we can onto the screen. Pedrosa Travel says Carnival's cracking down on the partying. Really? That took a while. But I think it has to do with the you want to say the crowd or the audience, right? Different cruise lines cater to different groups of people. But Carnival seems to be very well-rounded, right? So it just that's what I had heard. You know, I only worked on a ship for a few months, but over that time, you get to talk to a lot of the people who've been working on ships for years and years and years, and they had said back in the day that Carnival was kind of where it's at. Things were a little more tame on the celebrity cruise that I was on heading to Bermuda. But, you know, there's so much. We have an influx now of channels that have come in from the cruising community. Not just travel channels, but cruising specifically. And a lot of other creators who've been lucky enough to go on cruises and bring us some of that content. It's really picked up this year. And I love seeing it. It's something I always enjoy. Pedrosa Travel, that's amazing. That's I'll tell you this, and forgive me, I said I was going to move faster through channels, but I'll tell a story because I haven't told this before, I don't think. So when I did work on the cruise ship, the only reason I worked there, I live in Canada, so a lot of us don't get the chance to do that kind of a thing. It's a little more rare here. When I was on the ship, it went from New York City to Bermuda every week, and it was a smaller ship of about 1,400 passengers and 700 staff, so 2,100. It was called the MV Zenith. Anyway, so one of the things that you have to do when you first start a cruise is do a fire drill. Everybody does it. Passengers, staff, everybody, and it's mandatory. You absolutely must do this. When it comes to the staff, you can get fired right away just for missing a fire drill. I don't know if that's the case now. That's the way it was, seemed to be back in the day. But I was there as a DJ. And I would work in the nightclub every night with no night off for 4 months. But I loved it, so it's not like I was craving a night off or anything. But the thing is, like, so they would have the club go until 3 in the morning. And then they'd want fire drill at whatever it was, 7, 8, or 9. I forget what time it was. And I just didn't bother getting up. I just say, you can fire me if you want, but I'm not getting up. And that's it, right? That's unreasonable to have me out at that hour, and then I got to get up and do this, because they have more fire drills for the staff as well. So never mind the fact that I was acting like a complete brat. But they actually changed the rule because probably not just because of me, but I have a feeling I was the icing on the cake for that. And they changed that up, so they made 2 fire drills, which I'm sure none of the officers were happy about having to do that twice. But for any of us that worked either in the late night bars, restaurants, and nightclubs, then they would have us have our own smaller fire drill after a couple of weeks. So that was interesting, but anyway, it's a part of it. But I find it interesting for Pedrosa Travel to say, like, now they're talking to people about how they should behave when we're talking about audiences of all ages. Clay Meir, thank you for coming in. That has been a dear friend for a long time, well over 2 years now. I think actually more like 2.5 years. We're going to look at that channel next because of that super chat, so thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And Clay Meir's done that countless times, actually. Oh, how different currency affects the stream boss. Yeah, Pedrosa Travel. So I have mine set to 1 point per American penny, but due to different exchange rates, it might not affect it quite the way we might expect, right? You know, and exchange rates change all the time, so it's kind of an estimate. Not to mention, there's certain circumstances in YouTube where we've seen super chats go through on, pardon me, many different channels where the colors don't match what we think they should. Right? So, you know, yellow is about $10, and aqua, or whatever you want to call that color, turquoise, whatever it is, seems to be $5. Blue is $2, and then they move, you know, around in different colors. Sometimes you see something that's a little bit different. It's because of the currency. So I don't know how they figure that out, but I think it's just another system that's not perfect. 12 Stones Ranch, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And forgive me, I did say we're going to start moving a little bit faster, so I'm going to try now. Mona Did What is up on the screen, and this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They happen to be a member, so they had been put on the wheel as soon as we saw them in the chat today. 415 videos on this channel already, and 836 subscribers, so it's not going to be too long before they're officially on the road to 1,000. We always say somebody's on the road when they get to a 100 milestone within the first 10,000, let's say. Some of the shorts are really doing well, getting into the thousands of views, and these keep climbing by the look of it as well. And I'm just going to grab your latest video. This one's a little bit longer, but they are sewing a bunny quilt block, so I'll see what that is and how you're going to utilize that. I've got that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. If anybody here would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Eddie Lugo Studio streams every morning. I'm going to get them up on the screen right now. Joy Music, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. I'm not sure if it's Musa or Musa, or if I'm not getting that right at all, but you could correct me if I'm mistaken, but I think I've been saying Joy Musa for now. Eddie Lugo Studios is up on the screen, and 1,200 subscribers for this creator. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,300 they're going to be thinking about. And pardon me while I'm just making sure I had my moderator chat off. Pretty Chocolate Girl, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I'm Pretty Chocolate Girl is now monetized, so they're going to be setting up a monetization celebration soon. I caught them from live stream this morning, so I'll be keeping word on that. Woman Outdoors has yet, I think, to set up their monetization celebration as well. But one of the things I always ask of everybody, you know, I know everybody is oh, pardon me, Clay Mayer, I should have put your channel up because of that super chat. I'm going to do it next, and thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that. Boy, am I rambling again. Natalie Nicole's AMS, pardon me, Natalie Nicole's ASMR, good to see you in the house. And what I was saying, Woman Outdoors and Pretty Chocolate Girl. But what I ask of everybody here in the Tuber Chat family is that you know, we all get busy, so I don't expect everybody to be here every day and things like that. Sometimes we see each other, you know, every day. Sometimes it's every couple of weeks or even every couple of months, sometimes longer. But when you get monetized, because I know most of us are thinking about that, please just make sure that I know about your monetization celebration. Because first of all, I try to be there in everybody's monetization celebration. But then as well, if possible, we'll line it up and I can raid in from Superchat. I'm always happy to do that as well. Eddie Lugo Studios is going to bring us more cruising content and conversation. A lot of StreamYard panels, actually, and Eddie Lugo Studios might be the first creator I saw with Destination Funds, Shanster Travels. I forget who else was with them, but they were testing out the StreamYard system where they all stream at the same time. StreamYard's got this thing that's fairly new where you can host a live stream, but all of the different panelists are able to stream to their own channels at the same time. So really interesting. I see they've got a new video coming up, so that is going to be in a couple of days on Saturday. I've got a notification on for that. They live stream frequently. We see this here, lots of StreamYard panelists with them. And then I just want to see how their shorts are doing again. If my internet's going to hold on. I had a last minute glitch with the internet before we started. If we lose the internet within the next hour, I'll restart one time. If it's after that, then we'll just let it go for the day. Hopefully it'll be okay. Let me just see how their shorts are doing here, if it wants to show me. Yeah, these have started to crack over 1,000 views, so that's great. And hopefully that continues as well. Andre Southgate, not sure if I welcomed you earlier. And then What the Flock is almost at 500, which is great. Yeah, it takes different amounts of time for different channels, but it's way faster today than it was when I had started almost 6 years ago. 6 years ago now on YouTube. Way easier. A lot faster. Everybody gets monetized. And we've had this big influx again of channels mentioning monetization, like Woman Outdoors and Pretty Chocolate Girl. Right now, as a matter of fact. Jedi Cameron, thank you for being here. Forgive me, I didn't say hello, but I did put you on the wheel right away. Clay Meir, forgive me again for missing that. I should have put you on the screen right away. I did have it set there, but I missed it, and luckily Scratch and PPA caught that again. You know, I promise you, I make as many mistakes as anybody, and I probably shouldn't even mention it, but I'll tell you, like, after 6 years on YouTube, after putting hundreds of videos out, literally doing hundreds of premieres probably, I missed my own premiere, if you can believe it, the other day, because I meant to, yesterday, because I meant to leave it as a premiere, but then turn the premiere off and just run it as a video, and I missed it. So I didn't even figure it out for, I forget how many hours it was. And then all of a sudden I saw the analytics that said, you know, how many people were watching while it premiered. And I'm like, that didn't premiere. Oh, no. Yes, it did. Scratch and PPA, of course, was there. And a few other creators, for which I'm grateful. But, you know, the mistakes don't stop, I promise you. Thank God this is YouTube and not television. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs, good to see you in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right away. Now, Clay Meir has been a dear friend for a very long time. I think it's over 2.5 years now, actually. They do a lot of StreamYard panels themselves as well. They have a pure variety channel. They got all kinds of stuff. They got conversation, they got StreamYard panels, they got music, they got video gameplay, lots of premieres, lots of live streams. I just want to see how the shorts are doing. These are starting already to get into the thousands of views, which is great. And you can see Clay Meir has over 6,000 subscribers. I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. I usually start mentioning it after 3,000. Cricket 208, good to see you in the house. Long Island Bigfoot, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Now, Clay Meir, like I said, has been a dear friend for a very long time, an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and puts a lot of focus on promoting promoting others. When you visit them on their channel, they will introduce you to everybody in the chat, whether it's a premiere or a live stream, and you'll likely meet more friends and family members over there. I can see I'm behind, so I've just got one of your latest travel videos, and I've put that in my catch-up list. That will help me catch up the smallest bit, but I see you've got a premiere coming up in a couple of weeks as well, so hopefully we'll catch that. Also, they put out a lot of premieres and live streams in advance, which is great. Danny Station is in South Carolina. I'm going to try to remember that. I try to learn about channels and learn either the names of the creators, even though I reference everybody by their full channel name almost always. Sometimes I get to know where everybody's from and talk about that a little bit. Not everybody, but I do it sometimes, right, as I learn. Canadian Family Life is coming up right now. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream right now, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. All that fluff and stuff is here from Australia. And I saw Holly's Adventures come in as well. Cruising Scene, I think I said hello earlier. And Dark Swordsman Gaming is also here. They happen to be a member with all that fluff and stuff. So I'm going to put them both on the wheel. And then we're going to talk about Canadian Family Life from New Brunswick. And Dark Swordsman Gaming is going to bring us more video gameplay. And Scratch and PPA still holds strong in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. Yes, thank you. Wayne's World Unlimited dropped a second thumbs up from their second account there. So thank you for that. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Canadian Family Life has 397 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even up and over the 400 that they're thinking about right now. They got a lot of shorts right away on their page. Let's see how these are doing. They're getting into the over 1,000 views, which is great, so hopefully that continues. Likely it will. And live streams might be an idea that they will continue with. I caught them actually for their second live stream. Yes, I remember them saying that too. I'm just going to take one of your latest videos here, though, the one you just put out today. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, and again, that's just a list that I use to keep caught up with creators. You know, I try to be honest about the fact that I run a lot more videos than I'm able to watch, but this is how I get through usually hundreds of videos a week, right? Almost every day that we do Tuber Chat, which is 3 or 4 times a week, I've got anywhere from 30 to 40 videos in that catch-up playlist. And what I do, not that it matters, but just for the story to tell, is I order the playlist with videos that are the shortest at the top. And the reason why is because then I can watch as many videos as possible. If you put the longer ones at the top, you can imagine you might only get through 1 or 2 videos if they're a live stream replay or something. But when you've got a few creators putting out 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute videos, you can get through a lot of those, let's say in an hour. And when I can't continue watching and have to just start running, let's say it's the end of the day or if I got to get out to work or something like that, then I just let the playlist run so everybody gets their watch minutes, right? Always with the volume on, by the way. Low, but on, if I'm just running it. Big Jackpot Winter. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I think we've seen that channel before. I know I've seen it outside. I'm not sure if we've seen them here. I think we've seen them here in Tuber Chat before as well. And so forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. He is a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, to say the least. He is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. And to give you an idea of just how supportive this creator is in the Tuber Chat family, they have literally been here for over 500 live streams. Many, many, many more than that. I forget for the life of me what the first episode was that Scratch and PPA came in. It was within the first, I think it was within the first 30 but right around episode 30, if I'm not mistaken. But can you imagine knowing, seeing the future now and knowing that somebody would be willing to support you over 500 times? That's just on this channel. That doesn't include everything else that I've done, whether I've been on other people's channels or whether I've got other content on my own other channels and things like that. It's very overwhelming. Black Guns and Gardens, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Scratch and Pete PA is bringing us an interesting twist in his content on lottery ticket scratching. So what he does is pits two tickets against each other, and we get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and Pete PA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. Presentation has always been at the forefront of this creator's mind. You can see it right away in their bright, beautiful avatar, which is matched by the thumbnails for each video. And if you look closely, there's a hint there that lets you know that he does giveaways within his videos. And his banner is updated every week to match as well, on top of the social networks, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where he puts more graphic work into presentation there. Not to mention his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video well over 2 years ago now. So this creator comes out with content with perfect consistency. Every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern comes the Scratch Challenge series of videos. Some of us text each other. Some of us have alarms on our phones to make sure that we don't miss Scratch and Pete PA's premieres. And that's a big benefit to being perfectly consistent, right? Is that people know whether or not they can make it, but people can plan in advance, right? So Scratch and Pete PA, because of the support that he gives to so many others, I think is the biggest reason why you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats during his premieres that you've seen in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of VS Speaks Royally, the Stock Explorer, or the Garden State Gardener, or Hilda DC even. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this right. If I say Brenelin Kimian, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly for you. It's good to see you here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Oh, that's interesting, Andy's Journeys. Yeah, if you can find stuff that wins like that. I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like that. Together We Travel, good to see you here. My first gig when I was, my first full-time job when I was 16 years old, I was still going to school, was working in a bowling alley, and I do that 40 hours a week. But they had sold tickets there as well. They sold lottery tickets. I live in Ontario, Canada, so they got their own rules for all that stuff. But what a couple of guys would do is come in and they would buy a whole book. They'd buy like a book of 100 $2 tickets and sit there scratching it for half an hour or whatever time it took. And they'd go in on it together. And, you know, this is way back in, I'm aging myself, but like 1990 or earlier than that. And you can imagine that a couple $100 back then was definitely a chunk of change, to say the least. So, kind of amazing to watch, knowing that they're not going to win every time either. But fun for them, I suppose. So, Over the Horizon, I'm just going to look for your avatar here. And now I see, actually, yes, this channel might not be as easy to find as we're wishing. I think this is it right here, right? 315 subscribers. So this is the Over the Horizon that we're looking for. What I'm going to do for today is I'm going to give you their handle, which is Over the Horizon 8. And if you put that all in together, you'll find them fairly quickly. We just want to make sure we're matching the avatar so that we've got the right channel. But like I said, 315 subscribers, 32 videos, so you'll see that right away. They've got a premiere ready to go right on the front of their page, so I put my notification on right away for that. As well, now I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. This channel's come in just today as a brand new member, as a matter of fact, so thank you for that extra generosity, by the way. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos, I'm going to put it into my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators, and that should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Just Jason Keto's coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on for today. We know that Just Jason Keto's here with us every single day, for which I'm grateful. Now, I know not everybody can be here every single day. I certainly don't expect that, or for hours every time we stream, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly, or dropping a thumbs up, or running the stream in the background, because I know we've got a few creators that do that as well. D. Bailey Speaks, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, Over the Horizon can be found. Sorry, I meant to put that handle in the chat. There it is right there. Over the Horizon 8. If you type that all in as one word, they should come up right away. And if you match that avatar, 315 subscribers right now, or thereabouts. Hopefully they got another 1 or 2 already, but they actually came into Tuber Chat this morning, a few hours before we were streaming. Thank you, Jedi Cameron, for the share, by the way. If anybody has the ability to share the stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead, as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Just Jason Keto is somebody who's going to help us with a healthy lifestyle, including healthy eating, healthy living, and he promotes to us the idea of eating real food and lifting heavy things. Now, this creator does a lot of premieres and live streams that feature other creators, as a matter of fact, and so there's lots of conversation here to help us so that we can be involved in the content. Lots of shorts videos. That Frank's Red Hot, he said, was a little bit spicier, but still fully the taste of Red Hot, of Frank's Red Hot. I love the taste of that stuff, but I can't take the heat. And then thank you, Holly's Adventures, for the super chat. She's done that countless times before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put that channel up on the screen next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. The Bullock Experience, I saw you come in. I put your channel on the wheel, and the Gaming Experience with Kelly is their gaming channel now. D. Bailey Speaks, thank you for being here. Danny Station, thanks for the share. Moesha's Empire, good to see you in the house. Thank you for being here as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And thank you for the thumbs up. We're at 94. So Just Jason Keto is going to help us make sense of what's involved in a keto-based diet, because it's something that's become extremely popular, at least in my own eyes, over the last long while. I know it's been popular a long time. But one of the things we're going to notice is walking through grocery stores and health food stores and things like that, you might see a lot of products that are promoted or, marketed as keto for a keto-based diet. But we really need to understand the ingredients, the things that are put into these products, and the food itself to understand whether it's actually appropriate. There's a lot more to a keto-based diet than just eating, keto-labeled stuff. But Just Jason Keto is going to help us make sense of that, obviously with some help from a lot of other panelists that come up either for videos or live streams. And then he's going to show us how to get more value out of some of the things that we might find when it comes to a keto-based diet, doing things like chopping up meals into snacks and turning snacks into meals and things like that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Just Jason Keto. He posts frequently, as you can see, with videos coming out regularly and a lot of live streaming. 711 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him a little bit farther towards the 800 he's thinking about, and he's here with us every day, for which I'm grateful. Holly's Adventures is coming up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. CV Baseball Card Collector is in the house, and Sis Izzy Thomas, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're a longtime friend of Tuberchat as well. And Together We Travel, I think I said hello a while ago, but thank you for being here. Holly's Adventures is somebody who brings us a lot of video gameplay, but they actually took a cruise not too long ago and brought us some of that content in their videos as well. You can catch that after some of these Legend of Zelda gameplay videos that you'll see, but this is really cool. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Holly's Adventures has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter to Tuberchat ever since finding us several months ago now. I'm feeling like it's already maybe 4 or 5 months. Let's look at the shorts videos and see how these are doing. These are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. And then live streaming is something that they're doing frequently. It looks like at least once a week, if not almost twice. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that as well. But thank you one more time, Holly's Adventures, for another super chat. They've done that countless times. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Now we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And Big Jackpot Winter wants to help more people get towards that 1,000 subscriber milestone. That's so important in all of our YouTube journeys, which is great to see. I still have yet to learn about that channel. Little Ridge Farm is coming up right now. This is Mark and his daughter Kira. And Little Ridge Farm is somebody who's here just about every single day as well. They also happen to be a member, obviously, because they were already on the wheel. Now, Little Ridge Farm comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. And I group a lot of different niches and categories into the idea of homesteading when I talk about it here, because I'm really talking about tiny house living, farming, ranching, gardening, camping, bushcraft, any outdoor activities like fishing and hiking and things like that. Because what I find from a lot of these creators, there's a lot of similarity in the content. We can all likely see that, but a lot of these creators share a common sense of generosity and wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. Garden State Gardener, who's now in the chat, would fall into that group that I constantly say as well. Obviously a gardening channel, but I group it in with the homesteading, farming, ranching, and gardening group of channels. So Little Ridge Farm now has 647 subscribers, so we're watching this channel grow. Now Mark is doing a great job of being involved in a lot of different communities and building up a great community for themselves. I see them out in other StreamYard panels all the time. Now let's look at the shorts for a quick second here. And we'll see that these are starting to crack over 2,000 views, which is great. Hopefully that continues. They've done quite a bit of live streaming. I wish I caught one of these, but they just did a couple the last couple of days. They're streaming frequently. I wonder if that's going to be a daily thing. And then Little Ridge Farm has one story on the channel that I always talk about. And you'll forgive me for not getting choked up the way I used to, because I've talked about it a few times now. But Little Ridge Farm literally had their house burned down this year, and they are in the process of recouping and rebuilding. But this creator is somebody with incredible perseverance and tenacity, in that they are constantly out supporting other people even while all of this is going on. We can only imagine, you know, I hope we don't have a lot of friends that have had to go through something like that, but we can imagine what that toll like that would take on a family. And still, Little Ridge Farm is out there. I've heard Mark literally say, hey, you know, things are worse for other people. There's other people who have things worse off than we do. And it's just a wonderful thing to know that somebody has got that kind of positive mentality in our group. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Little Ridge Farm, and you'll follow Mark and Kira on their journey while they rebuild. And Butler Family Farm is in the house. Good to see you here. I've got you on the wheel. Four Corners Custom Products LLC is a longtime friend and member as well, actually for a year now. So thank you for that. My dear goodness, time really does fly. Four Corners Custom Products, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And I Am Betty J Gathers is dropping a super chat for Andre Southgate. So we absolutely honor those, and it's a generous thing to have done. So thank you for that, I Am Betty J Gathers. She is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter already. But we're going to put up Andre Southgate right now for that reason. And we'll get back to spinning the wheel soon. Andre Southgate brings us prize fighting more than anything else. Right now, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at Andre Southgate, some of these shorts really popped instantly. A couple of these grilling ones especially, but look at this. He's got several that are all into the thousands of views now, which is great. So I'm happy to see that that's continued. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab the latest video from last week. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And then live streaming is something that they do occasionally as well. So Andre Southgate has actually been a loyal and dedicated supporter for a long time. Hopefully everybody will connect with them and get some of that support coming back to you after you do as well. And thank you to I Am Betty J Gathers for putting a super chat up for them. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. We put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but the wheel and the screen are open to everybody. It takes a long time these days. We don't always get to every channel in the chat, but we try. We've still got another almost hour and a half to go if everybody would like. MLW Fishing Man, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I Am Betty J Gathers is going to talk to us about healthy eating, healthy living, and living a best life. She says over 60, but I really still think that her content is suitable for everybody. Now, I Am Betty J Gathers is somebody who streams frequently, posts frequently. Let's just look at her shorts for a quick second here. These are starting to move now into the over 2,000 views, which is great. Here's a lot of the streams that I'm talking about. So you can see this is several times a week. And then videos are something that are often premiered. So there's a premiere. I've got a notification on for that. And that's going to be tomorrow. But she usually sets up a lot of different things in advance, which is great. And she is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. She literally is responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up here in our Tuber Chat live streams because of her energetic and friendly reminder. So speaking of which, we're at 99 right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up and wants to put us over the 100 for today, I'll appreciate it. We hit it almost every single day now, but it's always a fun and exciting milestone to hit. And I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I Am Betty J Gathers is monetized. Lots of ways to support her when we get there, including super chats and memberships, of course. And then, thank you one more time. I Am Betty J Gathers. The Bullock Experience is up right now with 2 different channels. The Bullock Experience brings us fishing first with a lot of conversation with StreamYard panelists. as well. Some of them might be fishing at the same time. But sometimes there's conversation, catfishing more than anything else. And then I see that you've got another live stream. That's the 700 one we were talking about that the other day. I got a notification on for one that's coming up later in the month. They've got some shorts videos, including some product reviews, and these are starting to cross over the thousands of views, which is great. The Bullock Experience, like I said, is going to bring us fishing first, but there's product reviews here. A lot of live streaming that involves conversation that can go just about anywhere once it's started. The Gaming Experience with Kelly is where we get to see this creator with a brand new gaming channel. And we just want to make sure that we get this. I keep saying The Gaming Experience, but it's not. It's just Gaming Experience with Kelly. And then here they've got a few videos already and already 22 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther on their road to the first 100. Speaking of 100, thank you everybody for the over 100 thumbs up now. Gaming Experience with Kelly brings us a little bit of Minecraft and a game I hadn't otherwise seen that I can think of. Ashika Island, so that'll be interesting to follow along as a journey. And these two channels are both from the Bullock Experience, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and has been for a long time. So let me spin the wheel, and if anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share, so I'll appreciate it greatly. And Size Matters Catfishing, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in just in time. We're going to go on break for 3 minutes, and we're going to come back with a brand new channel called Baked with Miss Red. All right, we're back, and I know a few channels came in, so thank you for that. Yeah, all that fluff and stuff, I needed an extra second there. The, pardon me, I ran away at the last minute and had to run back, and obviously I need some exercise so I don't huff and puff so much. But the song that we have is about 3.5 minutes long, and if I'm not back, then it just becomes silent. Baked with Miss Red is fairly new to Tuber Chat, one of our brand newest members. I thought we had this channel on the screen before, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I looked at it outside. 94 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 100 they're thinking about. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels crossing milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So let's have a look at their videos for a quick second here. Actually, I should look at the shorts, because they're on the front page there. We see that these are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. Hopefully that continues. Live streaming is something that they seem to be doing frequently already. And then a lot of delicious looking content, my goodness. So hopefully that continues also. I'm just going to grab a video. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take your Mardi Gras video, because it's the longest one. I'm going to put that in my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full, and I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then I saw Emotion come in. When I look for that channel, I search for Emotion New Soul, because that is a talented singer and songwriter who brings us new soul R&B music. They happen to be a gold member here, so their link is dropped every 30 minutes or so, and we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. So thank you again, everybody. We're doing fantastic for those thumbs up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. We might have a premiere or a live stream right after Tuber Chat so that we can extend the idea of being able to meet more friends and family members. Although we still got another hour to go if everybody would like. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels now. I forgot to take Baked with Miss Red off the wheel, so it came up twice. Gail Southern Living, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. A longtime dear friend of Tuber Chat. And there's Emotion New Soul right now. Look at that luck. Just came in and came up almost first. And pardon me. So Emotion New Soul, like I said, is a talented singer and songwriter. And you see the channel in the chat as Emotion, but I always type in Emotion New Soul, so I just put that in the chat for everyone. And the reason why is because when we see names that are really short and with popular words, it can be really tough to find them. The more we search, find, and click on each other's names, the more we rise up the search results, and the YouTube will do eventually a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular emotion or any of our channels. You can imagine after hundreds of times it will help. So the channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. Now this creator's really climbed a lot. You can see now over 3,300 subscribers. Now they're going to set up either a premiere or a live stream on one of their 2 channels that we'll go and raid in another hour after Tuber Chat, so everybody will be able to continue meeting new friends and family members. They're here as a member and a moderator, actually. Music QT is in the building. Good to see you in the house. I'm going to put you on the wheel right away. 4 months of membership already, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generosity. And we'll get them onto the wheel right now. Now, Emotion, you notice, is an official artist channel. This is a talented singer and songwriter. Usually what they bring us is their original works in music videos. Sometimes also they bring us compilations. Those can be premieres or live streams, but they'll always allow everybody to meet more friends and family members when they're there. And this creator is monetized, so lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. The Weightlifting Geek is in the house. That's Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. I'm just putting them onto the wheel right now. And, pardon me, we've got another channel in the chat, brand new. Greetings from South Carolina is the Daily Dan blog. So thank you for being here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Emotion rounds out both of his channels actually with shorts videos, a few reactions, but here on Writing with Emotion New Soul, which is his second channel, we get an opportunity to see more of the man behind the music and how the music is made. And then as well, like I said, he rounds out the channel with reaction videos and shorts. But this is the second channel from the same creator, Emotion, Writing with Emotion New Soul. 780 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 800 he's thinking about. And thank you, Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Yes, a year of membership. I think those badges, that's the second time we've seen that today. So I guess those badges changed to pink or red or whatever the next color is. I think it's pink right after the next month crosses over, I'm assuming. And thank you for those highlighted milestone messages, by the way. Those are a free bonus for anybody who is a member on any channel where they are enabled. You'll notice that it also knocks a bit of life off of our StreamYard, or our Stream Boss there. Pardon me. Stream Boss is a element or widget that's included with Streamlabs Desktop, which is what I use to stream. And you can get the obvious benefit in having that, but every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. Whoever knocks it out gets a little bit of exposure for a little while. You can see that that's Four Corners Custom Products LLC for a while now. But even the highlighted milestone messages, which are a free bonus, still knock points off of the Stream Boss. I believe they knock 499 points. Woman Outdoors is up right now, and this is a creator that comes to us from the Erie, Pennsylvania area, and they're able to bring us 4 seasons in their content, which spans everything from camping, reviews, cooking, fishing, and bushcraft. And I find this channel compelling because they're able to show us the different elements, right? First of all, an outdoor channel. We have a lot of those in the Superchat family. And all of them in different, like a lot of them in different areas. So we're able to see different aspects of a lot of the homesteading activities or outdoor activities like outdoor cooking, camping, bushcraft, and things like that. Woman Outdoors is able to show us the extreme heat, the extreme cold, the sun, the wind, the rain, and everything in between, both in videos and live streams. A lot of product reviews seem to be coming from this creator. They've got a giveaway video coming up, which is interesting. I've got that marked for tomorrow with a reminder, and you'll notice that this creator is bringing us some shorts now that are starting to get into the almost thousands of views. Live streaming is something that happens frequently. I think they just did that, yeah, this morning, right? Yeah, I caught them for that, which is great. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Woman Outdoors is a dear friend to a lot of us here in the Tuber Chat family, and approaching 1,200 subscribers now. I'm not sure about that, CV Baseball Card Collector. It's possible. I keep forgetting to talk about it today, but because I keep rambling about other things. But I'm actually running an experiment starting today on my personal channel. I have 16 shorts to go out. I'm putting them out at 9 a.m. Eastern every day for the next 16 days. They are all clips that were taken out of long-form content. One video which is already out, one video which will be put out the day after the shorts end. And the idea is not just to put the shorts out, but also I'd heard a story the other day from Wicked Awesome Gardening during their live stream, where they talked about the idea of taking short form content and putting it on the other networks. So for instance, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and things like that. They said that they had one short video that they put out as a Facebook Reel, if I understand right, that didn't do anything for a week, and then bam, into millions of views, which resulted in about 1,700 YouTube subscribers coming from that. So on top of what we've already known and experimented with when it comes to shorts, because I haven't done a lot, I've only done about 20 or 30 of them, but now what I did was took kind of their story along with some other things we've discussed. All that fluff and stuff gave us some hints a long time ago about using short form content to promote our long form content. So I'm putting these shorts out every single day on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, both as Reels, as well as Pinterest and Twitter. And the idea is because not every group of people on every platform is going to like every kind of video. You'll notice for those of you who take your shorts and put them on TikTok or vice versa, sometimes you get more views on one network than the other, and you wonder to yourself, why? If a video gets 20,000 views on TikTok, why wouldn't it get at least a few thousand views on YouTube? But it's just not the way it is, right? So, the experiment is to take this short form content, put it on all these different networks, and see what happens. And then we'll let everybody know afterwards what happened. They are not exciting videos. I'm not singing and dancing, or they're not how-to videos or anything like that. For those of you who haven't seen it or don't know already, I collect vinyl records. I used to be a DJ. I still buy vinyl records today. I know a lot of people don't know that they're even still making vinyl records, but they're actually more popular than they ever were. So nobody who doesn't care, or how do I say this? Anybody who doesn't care about vinyl records at all, which is 99.9 or more % of the population, is never going to care about those videos. But the idea is that people who do care about that content care very much. You know, it's almost like, you know, if you start a channel, if you're into tattoos, you start a tattoo channel, people can't live without you who are into tattoos. You start a catfishing channel, all the guys and girls who like catfishing can't live without you, is kind of the idea. Now, I'm just putting those out because they were easy for me. I just took them out of videos I was already putting out. But there's 16 shorts in a row to go out. We'll experiment and we'll see what happens. But if you want to follow that, for those of you who don't already know, because I know we got a few new channels in here today. So my name is Kevin K. I just typed it in the chat. If you search that out, I should come up first. And I'll appreciate, of course, if you want to follow my personal channel. But you'll see what is coming up and what I've been up to lately. Great Lakes Adventures, good to see you here. Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale. Good to have you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm going to try to move up a little bit faster with channels. Yeah, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is doing something similar now, putting some of that content out also. Yeah, mine too, Gail Southern Living. I put out a couple of videos. I put out an Ariana Grande record one, and it did really well. It got like 1,300 views. And then I put out, I forget what the other ones were, and 70 views, something like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy to have it. You know, we should all be happy for every view that we get, but we might be expecting a little bit more. On my personal channel now, there's long stories behind this too, but I'm actually approaching 10,000 subscribers. So I would think that 70 views would be, I would likely be getting more. But then again, like I said, they're not exciting videos. AACon 50, good to see you in the house. And you'll see what I mean. So we'll get an idea. about how useful that experiment is, or if it's a complete waste of time. But that's why I wanted to run my personal channel as a variety channel instead of something niched, is so that I can experiment with this stuff. So when I tell people, let's just say, who are thinking about starting YouTube or haven't started yet or considering it, I can say, look, doing a YouTube channel is as easy as taking something you care about, putting it in front of you and talking about it for 10 minutes. Here, let me show you, right? So as a matter of fact, I got a video that's moving right now, but the video I put out yesterday is literally, I'm not in the video for once. I just put it's a video game thing, a Nintendo thing, and I just put it on the table, talked about it. It's actually like 4 or 5 years old. But that video has already done over 400 views in 24 hours, which is great, even for me. So I'm happy to see that. But these are just experiments. You know, I'm trying to take myself out of my videos now. You'll see I'm in all the record videos, but for product reviews, I'm trying to stay out of them now to see how they perform, if it does any better. It's all experimenting. If you shared it on Facebook, would people know your info? Probably, yeah. If you put something on Facebook under any profile, we're always going to be able to see where it came from. So I don't know how the algorithm's working over there exactly. I just don't want to like say things that are wrong if I'm unsure, right? I don't know whether they're all copying the TikTok idea. So Day One Adventures, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And I want to know and get to the farm. Thank you for being here. I saw you both come in. I put I want to know on the wheel. A while back, basically what happened with all of the networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and others, you are expected to have a lot of subscribers or a lot of followers for your videos to move. And in almost every case, 99% or more of cases, if you don't already have the followers, it doesn't matter how good your video is, it's not going anywhere, right? And this is the struggle of what we call small YouTubers in our journey and things like that. But TikTok changed the world. It changed the internet, and it changed the way that all this works, because we see it every day now. For those of you who watch TikTok at all, you do not have to have a single follower to get a video on TikTok to move. It can get into the tens of thousands of views and beyond and draw in followers. So on TikTok, the views are important, the followers not so much. Whereas on every other platform, it seems, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, as a minimum, followers are what we need the most so that they'll be able to see our other content. We know that YouTube Shorts has copied the TikTok algorithm, the way that that works. I'm not sure about Facebook and Instagram when it comes to their reels versus their stories. So I'm hoping that the idea is that they are copying it with the reels, and then the reels might fly, and this is what might have contributed to Wicked Awesome Gardening's extreme success with one of their Facebook reels the other day, if I understand the story right. I want to encourage everybody. I'm going to type the name in the chat. Wicked Awesome Gardening did a live stream recently, and they talk about this within the first minute, like within the first 2 minutes. So if you follow Wicked Awesome Gardening, and the live stream was just from barely a week ago, might not even be a week yet, I actually caught them at the end of the story and had to go back to the replay to see the story, but you'll get an idea. So this is where the last part of the inspiration comes from to try this experiment. It's a handful of work, but we'll see. Hopefully there's some kind of result, but no matter what, we're going to learn something anyway, right? So Via Speaks Royally is up right now. This is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. One of the things I put a lot of focus on here in Tuber Chat is the idea of true engaged conversation. And that's how we run the wheel. That's the secret to getting up onto the wheel the fastest here, even though I know it takes a long period of time these days. But what you're going to find is VS Speaks Royally brings engaged conversation everywhere that they go. So that includes in their content as well as when they're out supporting other creators, including here in Superchat during our live streams as well. So when you get over there, what you're going to find, especially when VS Speaks Royally is running a live stream, is that they lead conversation on their channel by staying well-versed and up-to-date in their subject, and you'll see a lot of very engaged conversation while you're there. Yeah, if you, I would just think about avoiding it, all that fluff and stuff. Now, I don't want to encourage you to do something that you wouldn't want to do, and you have to be extremely careful about this as an idea. But Facebook allows people to have pages. So, for instance, I've been on Facebook for a long time, not right at the beginning, but pretty close, right? So years and years now. And I have had a profile, which is what Facebook basically is, and a page, which is typically saved for businesses and, I don't know, celebrities and projects and other things. And that's different from groups as well. But pages allow you to post things, and people may not be able to find exactly who you are, but they also may be able to. So if somebody really wants to know, then they probably can figure it out. So I don't want to encourage it, but you could look into that. If it's something that could end up detrimental, I'd just avoid it. It's unfortunate, but yeah, like, so for instance on Facebook, I forget how many there are now, but I think I got about 1,300 friends and about 1,300 followers on a page. Only about 20 to 25% of them are the same, and you can only shrug your shoulders and wonder why. But that's the case in every social media network, if that makes sense. I've been at all of this stuff for a very long time, and you would wonder to yourself, if somebody follows you one place, why wouldn't they follow you in other places? But they just don't. It's just not the way it is, and that comes back down to the platforms that we're talking about. The other thing too, I don't want to encourage everybody to get into all the social networks. I've been doing this all the time. I sign up for every social network. Half the ones I've got accounts on you wouldn't even have heard of because they never went anywhere. But you'll only find success with the ones you enjoy anyway. So, you know, if somebody just signed up for Twitter and started putting things on Twitter, you probably won't find a lot of traffic coming in unless you're actually using the network. Twitter's the one that I use probably almost the least. Actually, TikTok maybe. You might be surprised to know, but I use it almost the least. Therefore, I have no success over there right now. Twitter I've been at for a long time, but I don't get a ton of engagement there because Facebook and Instagram have always been the things for me. I'm older than you think I am, and that's probably why. Sarah's Happy Hives, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in from Indiana. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. VS Speaks Royally has had a busy few months. They've got another busy couple of months coming up, and they've got some shorts. They bring random content here. Mostly it's royal family discussions in their live streams. And this is what I'm talking about. They're also monetized and approaching 4,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping everybody will connect with them and see what I'm talking about with VS Speaks Royally. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster. We've been on just over 2 hours. We can stay another almost hour, and then we can continue on because Emotion New Soul is going to drop a either premiere or live stream for us in another hour. We'll go over there and raid, and we can continue meeting friends and family members the same way that we do here. They're here as a member and a moderator, actually. Makeup Mom and Son is posting like crazy, my goodness. I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos, a TikTok clothing haul fail. That'll be interesting. I've got that video on my catch-up list here. Makeup Mom and Son is also here, same as Emotion, as a member and a moderator. They're both gold members. We see their channels every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their links are dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Makeup Mom and Son has been a dear friend for a very long time. All of our moderators have, but she's been with us for well over 2.5 years now. She started with makeup and beauty and continues that today with Get Ready With Me videos, product reviews, unboxings, hauls, but also gets into other unboxings and hauls like taste test challenges and monthly subscription boxes, and she's always thinking about how she can bring new content to her audience. Please, yes, Emotion, top of the hour, about almost 45 minutes from now, 48 minutes, whatever it is. Yes, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock my time. Thank you. They all seem to have changed a little bit. The changes are always tough to go through on the social networks because they move things around. Makeup Mom and Son is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when you get there. She's got some shorts, and she's had some great success with these as well. Look at this one, 37,000 views. A lot of these are into the thousands of views, and a lot of live streaming. She will hop in on other people's live stream panels, but she'll also host panels of her own. I actually joined her on her channel for what might have been her first interview. She's interviewed quite a few creators over there as well, and intends on maybe bringing that back also. Kaden Plays It is a second channel where Makeup Mom and Son is helping her son with the son of Makeup Mom and Son's channel. And here we're going to see a few more shorts, some more product reviews, and video gameplay. So we'd love to encourage this young creator. They're at 44 subscribers right now. We'd love to get them up and over the 45 he's likely thinking about towards that first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek is up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm going to look at their shorts videos right now. They're putting a lot of fitness in here, but a lot of other content as well. And wow, these have really started to move now. Well over 10,000 views for a few of these, one approaching 20,000, which is great. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek streams frequently, almost every day, I think, actually. They've got one coming up tonight, and that'll be right after Tuber Chat, actually. And they're always motivating, lots of stories to be told, but there's a lot of fitness on this channel as well. They're doing some gardening here by the look of it. First time gardening. I think I'm going to take not your latest video, but this longer one. The gardening video, I put that in my catch-up list, and that'll just give me another piece of content to watch. The Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek's been an incredibly supportive creator for much longer than a year now, but actually an official member for a year, for which I'm grateful as well. So thank you for that. And Day One Adventures is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'm going to try to move a bit faster now so that we can get as many channels on the screen as possible. Today's been an overwhelmingly busy day. Thank you for those thumbs up, by the way. We're at 115 now. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Day One Adventures is going to bring us events, travel, movies, food, and even more. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They have actually been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time now. Day One Adventures, I'm feeling, has been with us for at least 6 months, but I think it's even longer. 467 subscribers. I'm hoping we can get them a little bit closer to the 500 they're thinking about. Instead of taking your latest video Actually, I am going to take your latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. The reason why is because I was walking through Walmart for a quick second yesterday, and I see all kinds of merchandise for the Super Mario Brothers movie. And I have to admit, I think I didn't even know that that existed yet. And it would be surprising because I'm as much a fan of Super Mario Brothers as anybody. But I want to see what you have to say about that movie. There's also a Tetris movie, apparently. It might only be on Apple. I'd love it if somebody would correct me if I'm wrong, because I was hoping I could watch it somewhere else, even though I do have the Apple stuff. I am an advocate for Apple, have Apple TV and stuff like that. Day One Adventures. Let's just see how you're doing for shorts videos. They've got into the thousands of views here, which is great. That's likely going to continue. And then they've chopped up a lot of playlists on their channel, so they'll likely be willing to swap playlists. And then they're posting frequently, so several times a week. It's going to be tough to keep up. But I've got your latest video on my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to see what you have to say about that movie. And then, let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I think Yellow Shirt Dad, who's been waiting a long time, is going to be up right now. Yellow Shirt Dad brings us a joke of the day every single day. Oh, is it only on Apple TV? The only reason I have an Apple TV, I mean, I don't know if I ever would have bought one, but I happen to be a programmer as well. I would like to say just beyond the level of amateur, but I've been at it for a while, and the idea was putting apps on the App Store. The other thing that I had done, like my whole adult life, was websites and things like that. So when the iPhone and the iPad came out, I saw like, wow, this is going to be a revolution again. But as a developer, they pulled this maneuver that I thought was a wonderful marketing idea. So what they did was they gave many developers, I don't know how many, but call it 1 million, it doesn't matter how many, right? They gave all these developers an Apple TV for $1. And the reason why, I think, is because I don't know how many people would have cared about the Apple TV, especially being one of the more expensive streaming things. It was about 200 Canadian dollars, if I remember right, when it came out. But by giving developers an Apple TV, it would get people like me to be telling everybody, hey, look, I made this app for the Apple TV, which I have not yet, but I'm just saying, and then have all the developers promoting for them. So I think it was a brilliant idea, because whatever it cost them to actually make an Apple TV compared to the money that they've made beyond that now and will continue to make, had to be worth it for them. But we'll see. So I might have to see that. I do love Tetris. Love Tetris. I totally want to rip that game off and make an idea for another game. It's not my idea. Somebody did it before. But the idea would be to do, remember Super Breakout, right? Or Arkanoid, where you have the ball and you're breaking all the bricks. But the idea would be to put Tetris bricks in there. No brilliant idea. And somebody else already did it anyway, like 10 years ago, but that was my idea for something I was going to try to do. And then Yellow Shirt Dad brings us the joke of the day. They've also got some shorts. Most of their videos are quite short as well, but these have started to move. You can see into the thousands of views, which is great. So that's likely going to continue. They bring a joke of the day every day. I'm just going to take the latest one and put it in my catch-up list. Now, some of their videos are a little bit longer. You got to kind of dig through here. Some of the older ones where they're giving us a bit of a look around. Where's the oldest one? Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one I watched. But you'll see some of the older ones. You'll get a bit of a look around with Yellow Shirt Dad. This is a creator that's already built up an incredible reputation as a supporter. So they came into the Superchat family just blazing with support for other creators. It's like, I talk about this with a couple creators, like Cali King 916 comes to mind. But Yellow Shirt Dad came in, and it was like the next day I started seeing them everywhere, supporting people. I see the friendships that they're building with other creators also by playing different video games and showing up on StreamYard panels and things like that, which I just think is great. So Yellow Shirt Dad, 643 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 that they're thinking about. Imelda Salo Show is up right now. This is another channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us a little while. They seem to be with us just about every single day. Let me just hit the shorts before anything else, and we see that these are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. I'm so happy that when we talk about so many different channels, we're seeing so many people get into these thousands of views. And I say it for any shorts that have gotten over 3,000, right? Because you'd say, you know, over 1,000, over a couple thousand, and then over, you know, into the thousands is true story. When you get to 3,000, you know it's going to continue, which is great. So I'm glad that so many people are having great success with this. Imelda Salo Show is going to bring us stories to be told more than anything else, as we can see from a lot of their videos here. But like I said, I'm still getting to know the channel. Born in Kenya, living now in Germany. So it's great to have you here. So thank you for that. And 588 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 that they're thinking about as well. So I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Now I'm finally moving a little bit faster. Things usually get faster as time goes on. Thank you, Garden State Gardener. I'll be looking forward to hopefully Sunday Fun Day. Garden State Gardener, I talk about almost every single day here because of his fast-paced and high-energy chat. It's not uncommon to find 70 to 100 people on Sunday Fun Day with Garden State Gardener. He's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and friend for a long time. He's done more shout-out videos for channels than probably anybody else in the Superchat family, if not the most I've seen on YouTube, I think. And he builds a great community. He does giveaways, but it is a lot of fun over there. So 7 p.m. Eastern every Sunday is when we have Sunday Fun Day on Garden State Gardener. Home Bartending with John is up right now. This creator is just pounding videos out every time I have this channel on the screen, which is every other day or so. He's got another video out, which is great. Lots and lots of reviews here. But actually, what Home Bartending with John was most known for, at least in the beginning when he started the channel, and what I found so compelling is that this creator is going to teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails in the comfort of our own home. You don't have to have an elaborate home bar setup like what John's got here, even though this is unbelievably impressive. He does show us what it takes to keep this replenished and gives us a look at the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of the drinks we want to make. But he'll show us different variations. So something quick and easy if you're looking for that type of a drink, something quick. Or he'll show us something more rich and flavorful in a traditional recipe, possibly with more flavors. An idea that comes to mind is a Long Island iced tea. You can whip something together very fast with a mix that's pre-done at the store, or you can get the individual ingredients, start to decide which exact brands and different things that you like for the different types of alcohol that are in those. Home Bartending with John is going to show us this in many different cocktails. He takes requests on his channel and has already done a couple for me as well, and is constantly thinking about how to bring new content to the audience by doing things like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails as well. I didn't really realize there were so many of them, but it does make sense. But we learned that from Home Bartending with John. He's doing well with the shorts videos as well. These are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. So he's also with us just about every single day. And thank you, Sarah's Happy Hives. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here for 2.5 or 3 hours every time we stream, so I do appreciate every moment, even if you're just coming by quickly or dropping a thumbs up or running the stream in the background. Jedi Cameron is up right now. They bring us video gameplay more than anything. They've gotten into a couple of talking head videos even in their live streams, as we can see. But video gameplay is what we're going to find here. And they mix these things up as well. They've gotten into some, I think, Fortnite, right? And then Call of Duty, obviously, is up here. Resident Evil is another thought on this channel. They're getting into some shorts videos, and these are starting to get over a couple thousand views, which is great. They post frequently, so I'm just going to take another Fortnite video and put that in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to catch up with Jedi Cameron again. 804 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can help them keep that locked in, get a few more subscribers, and get them a little bit farther on the road to 900. We're just going to go for another 3 minutes and come back with I Want to Know and get to the farm. All right, we're back and looking at I Want to Know. Now, we want to make sure we can find this channel. When you search for them, you might have to trick YouTube into knowing that you're looking for a channel, and then hopefully they come up almost first for you. But I'm just going to drop their handle in the chat as well in case anybody needs that. I Want to Know 2 is their handle. And thank you, Canadian Family Life. Thank you, Get to the Farm. I did see you earlier. I know you've been here a long time. I Want to Know is up right now. And this is a creator that I like talking about for a specific reason. Now, it took me a while to get to know this, but actually Get to the Farm and I Want to Know are a couple. And today's featured channel, Black's Tropical Homestead, one of the things I find compelling that I didn't know before I featured them, or decided to feature them, it was while I was going through their content and their about page, but you get a feeling of love between creators. And I'm, one of these like people who gets all choked up and stuff, positive things, negative things, everything, right? But I just find it wonderful when we have in real life friends and family, whether it's a married couple or whether it's, otherwise, there's a million different relationships between friends and family, when they're supporting each other so wholeheartedly. Because the biggest complaint that I get on YouTube is from creators, all the time, is why is it so hard to find in real life friends and family that will support our YouTube channels when we can find people online that are willing to do it easily. So it's just interesting, right? I want to know and get to the farm is this case. It took me a while to know that. But 333 subscribers. Now, I want to know is going to bring us the unexplained. They're dedicated to exploring the unknown and delving deep into the mysteries of the past. We can join them on a journey through time and space as they uncover the secrets of advanced civilizations, lost artifacts, and ancient legends. Pardon me. Monsters, myths, and magic. What did they used to say on their about page? Monsters, myths, and magic. Pardon me, I've lost it now. But I Want to Know is going to talk to us about all the unexplained things out there. It could be giants, it could be UFOs, it could be aliens. And I see them out supporting other creators as well. So I'm just going to look at their shorts for a quick second here. And we see that these are starting to approach 1,000 subscribers. So hopefully that continues. And then they're posting frequently, usually at least once a week. Which is great. And then Get to the Farm is coming up right now. Now, these creators are never too far behind each other. And like I said, it took me a while to know that they were together in this way. But Get to the Farm now has 877 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 900 they're thinking about. And how to make your whites whiter. This is interesting. I'm going to take this video and put this into my catch-up list. I'm going to look at their shorts videos for a second also. So these have gotten into the thousands of views, which is great. Likely that will continue. And then live streaming is something that they might pick up as an idea. And one of their intentions, Get to the Farm, wants to help people grow. So likely when you get to this channel for a live stream or a premiere, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members in a similar way to what we do here in Superchat. All that fluff and stuff. When I started on YouTube and things started to move right away, that's 6 years ago now. For the first year, or maybe even 2, I used to tell everybody, from people serving in restaurants, bartenders, waitresses, to tour guides and things like that. I went to Ottawa and I was trying to tell the tour guide there, everybody and anybody, they need to start a YouTube channel. You need to start one. And I was barking up these different trees like that, like crazy. And it took me forever to realize, like, you can't inspire just by telling people to do things, because it doesn't work that way. And it's not for everybody, right? There's a lot of people on TikTok doing very well. There's a lot of people on Instagram doing very well. There's a lot of people on Facebook doing very well. And they're not going to move. There's a lot of people on YouTube doing very well. They're not going to move either. And there are a ton of people who don't do any of this stuff. I believe it's probably 1 in 1,000 people who will ever even make a YouTube video, let alone a channel. When you think about it, there's whatever it is, 1.5 billion or 2 billion monthly active users on YouTube, but only 50 million channels, which is still a ridiculously high amount. If we watched a channel every minute for the rest of our lives, I don't think we can get through 50 million, right? Not even close. So that shows you how many are there. But it's certainly not everybody that's going to do it. Ms. QT is in the building, was a featured channel recently. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. It's mostly stories to be told with a bit of fitness on this channel, especially in the shorter videos that they've been putting out lately. I just want to see the shorts again and see how these are doing. These are starting to get now into the thousands of views, which is great. And then live streaming. So they did one yesterday. And it seems that they're doing these frequently, so maybe that's going to continue as well. They got 678 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 that they're going to be thinking about. Next up is going to be Butler Family Farm. They've been waiting a little while today. And we're getting close to the point I might add some names to the wheel from our chat list. I will get a couple on there for sure. Maybe I'll do that almost any minute, actually. And then we've still got a while to go. We've still got 25 minutes to go. Emotion is going to drop either a premiere or a live stream for us so that we can go over there and continue meeting friends and family members the same way that we do here in Superchat. So we got lots of time, and I'll put as many channels on the screen between now and then as possible. And we're looking at Butler Family Farm for now. Yes, he's got a premiere coming up. So I'll drop the link for that in another 10 minutes or so. Butler Family Farm is bringing us 116 acres of homesteading activity with some livestock as well as a lot of family adventure. So when we look at this channel, we see goats, donkeys, cattle, horses, llamas, chickens, not to mention dogs and cats. But then as well, outside of their farming activities, they're going to bring us bowling, woodworking, fiber crafts, blacksmithing, gaming, and gardening, as well as some travel when they do that as well. Now, they're posting frequently, so I'm just going to take the latest video they put out today. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to try to catch up a little bit. But then as well, they're doing a lot of live streaming. They just did a stream an hour ago as well, my dear goodness, and they've been doing these almost every day. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the wide, abundant amount of content on this channel. But it's a unique channel in the Superchat family just because, like I said, 116 acres is quite a property to follow. Thank you, Tatum Screams Horror. And then hopefully we'll see you again soon. Yeah, you don't have to, so thank you for the thought. Things like Super Chats and memberships are unnecessary here. I'm grateful when that stuff happens, but it's not necessary. That's why we keep everything open to everybody. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they have to do things like that. You know, Super Chats and memberships, first of all, it's not available to everybody around the world on every platform or in every region. Not to mention, I promise you, I know how it can feel to not be able to do things like that at different points in my own life as well, and maybe one day I'll get into those stories. But so it's never necessary, absolutely not at all, and I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. So the Bud Files is up right now, and these are modern day archaeologists. What they seek to do with their channel more than anything else is uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. Now, they actually do a lot more than that description, because I've been talking about this for a long, long time. They go to ghost towns, abandoned places, graveyards. They take us on other adventures. They are often live streaming. Let's just look at the shorts for a second here. So we're into the thousands of views here. This one's really popped over 15,000. They do a lot of live streaming, but this can be indoors or outdoors. Sometimes they take us out for a look around. Sometimes they're playing a game. And there's a lot of family togetherness on this channel as well. They're with us just about every single day, and I see them out supporting others all the time also. So they're on the road to 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here and see what's happening with Dark Swordsman Gaming. And we'll get them onto the screen, and I'll see what I can do about adding some names to the wheel from our chat list. I know it's been a very long wait today. I'm grateful. I know Superchat's been building for a long time. It's gotten to the point of almost being overwhelming, and it can mean a long wait for a lot of creators. If my computer's going to do that. Diablo, Final Fantasy, Dead Space, is interesting. See, I'm not familiar even with some of these games. There's so many games out there now. I don't make nearly enough time for playing Crash Bandicoot. Wow. Tales of Us. And then videos they were putting out somewhat frequently. I think what I'm going to do today is take a live stream replay, though, because I know it's been subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200. We know that they're going to be thinking about. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And then we've got to look for a couple of channels to put up here. CV Baseball Card Collector is going to come up on the wheel. I wonder about a couple of channels here. If Destination Fun is still here, or Araya's World, or Jose Fantasticville. If you're here, just let me know, please. Mom of 4 boys. Put them on the wheel. Four Corners Custom Products has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a very long time. And what they do on their channel more than anything else is show us how merchandise is made. So they make merchandise for other businesses and small YouTubers and things like that. It's wonderful that we get a behind-the-scenes look at how the merchandise is made. They do everything from hats to shirts to mugs to vinyl stickers and just about anything that can be printed. And then they can be used as a resource when it's time for us to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses as well. They are monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and they have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a very long time, to say the least, as a matter of fact. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve is still in the house also. I wonder if Cruising Scene is still here. If there's anybody still listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please mention anything at all in the chat, and I'll get you onto the wheel right away. April Showers is going to be up right now. I'll get Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve up on the wheel. Again, Destination Fun, Cruising Scene, Jose Fantasticville, Araya's World, if any of you are here, CV Baseball Card Collector. And pardon me, April Showers is coming up right now. We got to let YouTube know we're looking for a channel with this one here. If anybody needs it, I'll put the handle in the chat as well. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is still on the wheel. And I'm going to drop the link for Emotion now. They've got a premiere set up, so we'll be able to go over there and continue meeting friends and family members while that runs. They happen to be a gold member here, so we see them every single day, and their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, but they're a talented singer and songwriter. April Showers, more than anything else, is going to bring us stories to be told in this podcasting platform called Spreaker as well. They're on live right now, which is cool. They've got 1,500 and halfway to 1,600 subscribers, as a matter of fact. Shorts videos, they've got quite a few of these, and these have gotten into the thousands of views. One of those has popped over 21,000, which is great, and they live stream frequently, as we can see, usually a couple times a week. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And April Showers is here with us frequently, just about every day, as a matter of fact. Again, if anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all. I'll make sure I get you on the wheel right now. We've got just enough time to get through a couple more channels. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve is coming up right right now. If you're lucky, when you get to this channel, you'll find Jen with a guitar. And that happens frequently, actually, but they also bring us indoors and outdoors. There's a lot of family togetherness on this channel, whether they're indoors or outdoors, sometimes in the kitchen, sometimes outdoors, sometimes cooking outdoors, as a matter of fact, and engaging in all kinds of homesteading activities. Now, I'm just going to take their latest video and put it in my catch-up list, but I'm also going to see what they've got going on for shorts here. Well, Philip Lemon, yeah, I had you on the wheel for a while there. There's Cruising Scene. I've got you on the wheel. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. The shorts are getting into thousands of views, which is great. Hopefully that continues. And live streams, it's been a little while, but hopefully they'll pick those back up. I thought I caught you for one. Oh, I guess it was longer than I thought. I can't remember which, unless you deleted any, I can't remember which live stream I caught you for. I thought there was a live stream I caught you for. You were cooking outside, or was it a premiere? Do I keep saying that? And it was a premiere. Here's Jen with the guitar. Hopefully everybody will enjoy this. I'm sure that you will. She has been an unbelievably supportive creator, actually on all of my channels too. And the reason why I say that is just so that you understand what kind of support will come back from a creator like this. 866 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards the 900 that she's thinking about. And look at that Cruising Scene. I just put you on the wheel. All that fluff and stuff. Did I not put you on the wheel again? I thought that I did this time. I'm so sorry. I don't know what on earth causes me not to do that. Members are supposed to be added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, unless I put it on and deleted it, but I might have not done it, so forgive me for that. No, Philip Lemon, you're on the wheel right now. I haven't got you on the screen yet. M&T Living and Cooking is a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. And we're looking at Cruising Scene right now, which is a channel I'm still getting to know. We see that they've got a lot of playlists here, which is great. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, but if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm going to grab your most popular video here, and I'm going to put that in my catch-up list for today. I just want to get to know the channel a little bit better. And this is Sharon and Gary from Texas. They love to travel, and they want to bring us their adventures after 42 years of marriage. Goodness. 593 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 that they're thinking about. I just want to see their shorts videos as well, because I keep looking at these all the time. So they're getting into the thousands of views, and one of these has popped over 8,000, which is great. So hopefully that continues also. All that fluff and stuff, thank goodness. The odds are ever in your favor, and the wheel is actually helping me out. So it took a while. I'm sorry I didn't get that done earlier. I don't know why I keep doing that to you. And then all that fluff and stuff is here from Australia. And they bring us out on the water more than anything else. I see you've got a few more shorts here. Looks like you're putting these out really frequently. Somebody asked in the chat earlier, and forgive me for not remembering who it was. They asked if the algorithm slows things down, because I went into the story about the experiment I'm doing. I didn't mean to deflect. When we're talking about the idea of posting videos, if you post too many, would YouTube slow them down? Anything's possible, but I can't be certain. It used to be recommended to be posting like 4 times a day on Instagram and Twitter. I don't know if that's the case on platforms like YouTube. If you don't give your stuff time to grow, I wouldn't be surprised to know that the algorithm might interfere. However, there are channels out there that have 5 or almost even 10 live streams running at a time. Big channels, but that tells me that they're doing just fine. And then all that fluff and stuff will bring us out on the water more than anything else for mud crabbing, reef fishing, snorkeling, sometimes even live streaming out on the water. And in Australia, they're in the Whitsunday, so they're about to enter their winter months, right? So it's a little bit different for a lot of us. You know, the bulk of the Superchat family is in North America. A lot of friends in Western Europe as well, including like the UK and countries over there, Germany and things like that. But all that fluff and stuff is going to be able to show us content that we might not otherwise be able to see in the months coming up, right? They do quite a bit of live streaming, a lot of cooking live streaming, and even collaborations with other creators. I'm just going to take your latest live stream. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list for today, and I'm going to use that to run. This creator's now well over 3,000 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And they're somebody who likes to contribute, thank goodness, when thinking about their own YouTube journey, and when they find success, they generously share those ideas. I've even taken a page out of their book when they talked about the idea of using shorts videos to promote long-form content, and started that a while ago. And then, you know, it's wonderful when we can discuss these different ideas with each other, take inspiration from each other, and then feed each other back the results of our own experiments. So like, for instance, what I've been doing lately is putting out some videos as premieres, and then putting the shorts videos as the trailers on the premieres, so that they get pumped up with a few more views and things like that, right? I'm just going to drop the link for the raid we're going to go to in a few minutes here. We've still got a few channels to go through, and we'll go over to Emotion. He's going to let us continue meeting friends and family members while we're on his channel. He's here as a member and a moderator. So Smallholder Homestead is up right now. They've got another brand new video about chicken maintenance here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. We've got lots of friends in the homesteading community now. This is a large family, 8 children on a quarter-acre homestead, and what they want to do is show us how we can engage in homesteading activities regardless of the size of our property. So they've got 322 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 400 they're thinking about. Their shorts are getting into the thousands of views. One of these might even hit 10,000, which is great, and they've chopped up their channel into a few playlists for us to enjoy as well. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. We've done great today, so thank you everybody for the 120 that are there. If not, then I hope you'll give a thumbs up on the way out, and give Emotion a thumbs up on the way in while we go over there in a few more minutes. I'm going to get through the rest of these channels, but It's D is going to help us with our finances, and I'm happy to have a few budgeting channels like this in the Tuber Chat family now, because a lot of us are thinking about monetization for our channels and our businesses. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of that revenue once we're monetized, right? And not to mention our regular income, wherever that comes from now anyway. It's D is going to help us with that. First of all, with budgeting ideas, like for instance, what are you going to do when you get like a small windfall of money? Things like tax returns might be an idea, or gifts that sometimes come around throughout the year, or surpluses when you're lucky enough to have that. But they're also going to show us how to save money with cash stuffing challenges and things like that. So sometimes, you know, when we're thinking about a major purchase that might be coming up, or that we might be looking at, like, you know, I'm sure everybody window shops as much as I do. I promise you, I window shop every day on different websites and stuff like Amazon, right? Different things you see from different creators, or even if you're just daydreaming or thinking about things. And It's D is going to help us understand how we can set up a savings plan so that we can afford some of those extra things if we'd like to, without hurting the rest of the budget. M&T Living and Cooking is out supporting creators all the time. When they, Mama 4 Boys, if it's an iPhone, you probably cannot. I've got you on the wheel for today anyway, so don't worry about that for today if you're thinking about it here. I put you on the wheel because you've been here for a long time today. But memberships are not available on iPhone, and that's because of Apple's arrangement with everybody that they take 30% of everything. So YouTube allows it for Super Chats and actually raises the price for people on iPhones. But with memberships, they don't allow it, because that would leave less than 50% to the creators, and the price would kind of have to go through the roof there. Foxy's Friends, good to see you here. M&T Living and Cooking is out supporting creators. When I bounce in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly. They've got 825 subscribers right now, and they're going to show us how to create a YouTube short, which is really cool. In case anybody's thought about making shorts but hasn't done it yet, they're going to show you how they do it, which is great. A lot of delicious looking content on this channel, as you can see, and a bit of random product reviews, unboxings, and things like that in the meantime, or in the in between the different videos and live streams. Their pardon me, I'm trying to race now. Their shorts are getting into the thousands of views. One of these is top 10,000, which is great. Live streams are something that happens frequently over here, a couple times a week. I've got my notification on for the next one. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, Lark's Homesteadish. Did we look at your channel earlier? Yeah, we did, because I talked about them streaming almost 24 hours a day, right? Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs will get you up onto the wheel up onto the screen right now. It's time for me to drop that link one more time, and that's for the raid we're going to do for Emotion. They've got a premiere coming up in a moment. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs. Oh, yeah, get to the farm. One of the funniest things I've seen in the history of the internet is the day after Fortnite went public and became worth, I think it was $47 billion or something like that, they put out a whole article the next day calling Apple greedy. And I thought that was the greatest thing in history. Pure irony. But, yeah, Apple has their thing. Microsoft is one of the smartest companies ever, because there was a girl who was running it for a while. Forgive me for forgetting her name. She was in charge of deciding whether the Microsoft Office would be allowed on devices, Apple iPhones and iPads. And she said, yeah, absolutely, pay the 30%, be on there. We can't afford not to. And I thought that was a smart move. It's too bad that these companies have taken such a big chunk, because in the world of commission, I think that 30% is ridiculously high, but that's only based on history. Here on the internet, Apple has set the bar for a lot of different things, but they basically made that the way it is now. Google does the same thing. This is where this whole 30% comes from. I think it's high, but I'm not saying I'm right. I don't work there. I'm not an engineer. I don't know what it actually costs them to do what they do. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is a family vlogging channel, but they are very much interested in helping others grow, facing reality. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They are thinking about things like thumbnails, titles, tags, descriptions, and bringing new content to their audience and helping others by sharing the knowledge that they gain. If anybody would like to swap playlists, for sure they would be interested in doing that, but anybody can reach out to each other here by simply saying, I am willing to swap playlists. In the chat, other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs will be up for that for sure. They've got some shorts videos they're trying to post frequently, and as you can see, they do that on their regular videos as well, several times a week at least. They take us out for all kinds of family vlogging content. Sometimes they're indoors as well. Foxy's Friends is coming up. We'll see what this channel's got going on. And I'm going to go overtime here just by a moment, but that's okay. We got 2 more channels to go through. And Emotion's got a premiere for us, so I've dropped the link for that a couple of times. I should have pinned it. I didn't, I guess. I'm going to pin it right now so that you can get to it easily if you'd like to. Foxy's Friends is a channel memorializing Foxy Mama, who's the star of the show here. They've got quite a few shorts, but they've also got a few videos here, and you can read the story on the About page. And we're hoping for some more content on this channel. We'll see what they come up with. 229 subscribers. Foxy's Friends has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since finding TuberChat, and been here every day, I think, as well. Let's spin the wheel. Yes, happy Easter, everybody. I know not everybody's going to celebrate that, but for those of you who do, and Passover and all the different things that come along with that, forgive me, there's a lot of different celebration that goes along this particular weekend in regards to that. Mama 4 Boys is up right now, another channel that brings us delicious looking content more than anything else. Some of their shorts are moving, and these have started to get well over 1,000 views, which is great. They do some live, they have done some live streaming. I wondered if they were going to start this again, but yeah, they just did one the other day. I think that's Belt Loop 29 up there with them as well. hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm sure you will. They're out supporting creators all the time. I run into them constantly when I'm out supporting other creators. They have got delicious looking content, and what I find compelling about this channel, they're often showing us a lot of what I would consider traditional meals being in North America, whether it's something that comes from a bag or a box that you can pick up pre-made in a grocery store. They're going to show us how to make a lot of this stuff at home on top of other traditional meals, and I really enjoy seeing cooking videos and cooking channels in the Tuber Chat family. And then thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. The countdown for Emotions premiere was a little bit shorter than usual, but that's okay. Philip Lemon's coming up right now, and this will be the last channel that we look at for today. I know it's been a long wait. I do appreciate everybody's patience, but we can go over to Emotions channel now and catch this premiere, and everybody will be welcome to meet more friends and family members while we're there. I'm going to leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes like I always do so that we can clean up our connections here before we go over. But I'm not sure how long his premiere is going to be. If it's just a song, it'll be a few minutes. If it's longer than that, that's great too. But we'll be able to, like I said, meet more friends and family members over there. He has been an incredibly supportive creator in every way that you can be to Tuber Chat for well over 2 years now, and is a dear friend. So I hope you'll connect with him if you haven't already. And then Facing Reality is still in the chat. Thank you for being here. We're just under 3 hours now. And then Philip Lemon has 168 subscribers. They bring us pure variety on their channel, a little bit of video gameplay and some shorts videos that seem to be starting to move as well. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We're back on Saturday, and we'll see everybody in a moment with Emotion. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.